In this video, I'd like to show you how to format your bibliography in Pages. The first thing to do is to start your bibliography on the page after your paper ends. So what you do is place your cursor right before bibliography and use the insert page break from here or from the ribbon to insert a page break and start your bibliography at the top of the next page. The next thing we're going to do is hang all lines but the first in 1/2 inch. This is called a hanging indent, and you can either use it with the ruler, create it with the ruler, which is available from the View menu. Okay, I could hide the ruler, or I can reveal the ruler. And the way this works is that you can manage your margins with these blue diamonds. The diamonds control the lines, but in this case we have an extra control. Well, let's move our left margin over 1/2 inch, but now we want the first lines of every paragraph to be back at the margin. So we're going to drag that top rectangle back. That controls the first line of every paragraph. You can see the paragraph symbol at the end of each entry. That helps to show you how this should be set up before you manipulate the margins. And then this bottom diamond covers every line other than the first line. And now that we've got our hanging indents set up, we can see the last names of the authors. These need to be arranged alphabetically by authors' last names. Now in Microsoft Word, you can select this text and hit one button and it alphabetizes it. Unfortunately, in Pages, you can't do that without putting this information in a table first. So let's go ahead and copy, since we've got this selected. Control-C copies the text of our bibliography. And now, just for the moment, I'm going to create a new Pages file, just a blank normal file. Pull that over here. And I'm going to just tell it to put it in our normal font, Times New Roman 12 point. And at the moment, single space is just fine. And now I'm going to insert a table. Let's pick the most basic table here. And I know my particular bibliography has 18 lines, so I'm going to go, or 18 entries, and so I'm going to go ahead. Yours won't have anywhere near this many, I'm sure. Now that I've created my table, I also want it to be just one column wide, because we want to insert essentially each entry in this table. We aren't going to do them one by one, though. We'll be able to paste it all in as one. A few more formatting things to fix first. I'm going to get rid of any lines around the table. I'm going to get rid of any grid lines. I'm going to turn off alternating color and just make the whole thing white. And now I believe I'm ready to paste. So I'm going to select, I'm going to just place my cursor in the first entry here and paste, Control-V, all my entries. And now you can see here they all are, laid out each in its own row. And that's what Pages needs in order to alphabetize this list. It has to be in this table format. So now that you've set that up, pasted it in, just roll over the column header until you get this downward facing arrow and hit Sort Ascending. And now your whole list is alphabetized. And now we can just take this whole list. I'm just going to hold down the Shift key and click at the end of the list in order to copy it. That is, I had my cursor at the beginning, the first entry, right before the first entry, and then I came down here, held down the Shift key and clicked again, and that selected the whole table. And now I can go into, let's just minimize this window, I can go back in here and I can delete this bibliography and paste in my table. All right? And looks like I might need to move things around a little bit just to be able to view. I might have to drop this a little ways in order to view the word bibliography, which seems to have gotten hidden from view. There we go. That'll be just fine. Now normally you shouldn't have extra space after each entry, but it's a function of the tables, the cells, and the extra space that's added in, so don't worry about that. Now we've got our alphabetized bibliography that's all set up in the correct way.